Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at the Emperor's Children literature. This video is sponsored by the Game Bunker. More on that later. Alright, so we got the Emperor's Children hitting the model range for the first time in a long time, and with it comes a lot of excitement. Let's take a look at some of the Emperor's Children novels. These Emperor's Children novels are a rapturous feast for the mind. The Emperor's Children have already begun to spill from the Eye of Terror from the Champions of Slaanesh army set, and that's only the vanguard of an incredible new miniature range. To prepare for the arrival of the rhapsodic overlords, you want to read up on just what they're capable of, a topic these novels from Black Library cover with aplomb. Okay, so first we have Renegade's Lord of Excess. Lord of Excess by Rich McCormick is the second book in the Renegade series and a window into the mind of a full-bodied Emperor's Children warlord, whose once proud warband has reduced to petty raiding. When Xantine discovers a rich and bountiful imperial world ripe with glorious rule, his attempts to save it from its own failings are pure Emperor's Children hubris writ large. The consequences of his tyranny, both on the world and his own adore, are a classic chaos pileup of ambition and duplicity. Okay, so we have the return of the Lord of Excess. Very, very cool art right here, and then obviously a nice new model to go along with it. And next we have the Fabius Bile series. While no longer welcome amongst the Emperor's Children, Fabius is still indelibly a son of Fulgrim, and his exploits across the 41st millennium mark him as one of the most active and effective Chaos Lords. He sees himself as the architect of mankind's future, using his peerless genetic knowledge, perhaps second only to the Emperor himself, to craft the next stage of human evolution, whatever the cost. The series begins with Promogenitor by Josh Reynolds, dragging the former chief apothecary back into the galaxy when a sudden message from a former ally brings a word of a prize hidden for millennia, one Bile can't possibly ignore. He continues his adventures in Clone Lord and Manflayer, also by Josh Reynolds, clashing with the Necron world of Solemnness and its light-fingered overlord before going head-to-head with the Drukhari Homunculi that tortured him in the torture and flesh shaping. Okay, so very cool. We have the trifecta of Fabius Bile models, and then of course an amazing model in Fabius Bile. Very, very cool, and by far the best apothecary in all of Warhammer lore, even if he did fall to the Dark Gods. And then moving on from there, we have Genefather. That's not all for Fabius Bile, who co-stars in the ultimate meeting of minds when Belisarius Cawl gathers the Imperial foremost scientists in Genefather by Guy Haley. Both consider themselves the greatest thinkers of their age, and the clash of arms that follows is only eclipsed by an equally titanic clash of egos. Alright, so one more Fabius Bile right here, but a little Belisarius Cawl to lead the charge. Definitely a very cool little parallel as you see like the Imperial and the Adeptus Mechanicus idea of what the manipulation of genes should lead to compared to the chaotic version in the Emperor's Children, or Fabius Bile, should I say. And next we have Fulgrim, the Perfect Son. The upcoming novel by Jude Reed, Morvenval Spear of Faith fame, coincides with the release of the stunning new Fulgrim miniature and brings the Demon Primarch of the Emperor's Children back into the spotlight. The Phoenician has laid down a challenge to his scattered sons, to sunder an impenetrable fortress world and lift the head of its Black Templar protector, but the task may not be all that it seems. So awesome new novel, and then obviously an amazing new model to go along with it. Definitely super psyched for the new Fulgrim and looking forward to an opportunity to paint that up. Soon, the competing warbands are surrounded by the flares of war and guns of both friends and foe. Champions desperate for their father's favor must choose whether his illustrious gaze is worth the ultimate sacrifice, especially in a legion as proud and self-centered as their own. This novel will be available soon in hardback, ebook, audiobook formats, as well as the glorious special edition sick with luxurious details. Keep an eye on Warhammer Community to find out when you can pre-order yours. Now a quick word from today's sponsor, Game Bunker. Game Bunker carries a full range of Games Workshop products including miniatures, terrain, paint tools, and more. Game Bunker offers 15% off MSRP for most Games Workshop products with the discount code WHMS. Receive free shipping in the continental United States on orders over $145. Online orders ship out within 24 hours. Game Bunker is a veteran-owned business. Use affiliate link below, enter discount code WHMS to save 15% on most items at checkout. For fast, friendly service with a discount on your favorite tabletop wargaming purchases, visit GameBunker.net and let them know that Warhammer Man sent you. So I am definitely super excited for the new Fulgrim novel. I will definitely be after this in the special edition copy. I absolutely love the Emperor's Children, and I'm looking forward to Fulgrim. And I love to have the centerpiece novels in limited edition to go along with some of my favorite models. I'm super psyched for this. I think this is going to be a great book. I am definitely looking forward to it. Jude Reed, obviously a very notable author in the Warhammer universe. So this one for me has got me super excited. I think if you too are excited for the Emperor's Children or to see some of the things that have happened over the Horus Heresy and chaos that has bestuck the Imperium of Man, I think definitely Genefather is one of the really cool ones. Understanding the story of Belisarius Cawl and like the Primaris Marines, how it has all been like kind of twisted into what has come. The attempt to remove the imperfections of some of the first founding chapters, create a next level super soldier and like the journey of the Primaris, and then also how Fabius Bile twists into this. and is able to recover some of the genetic material and then use that to the powers of chaos. Definitely a cool little twist on the Warhammer world and storyline. And one thing I love so much about the Warhammer universe and so many just awesome and amazing novels and authors is that you have the opportunity to kind of jump down any arc you choose. Some people obviously prefer to start in the beginning with the Horus Heresy and just read in chronological order, but I think most people just kind of jump off on different arcs based on characters or stories that they're most interested in. And as someone that's been into the hobby, into the gaming, and into the lore for over 30 years, there's still tons and tons of arcs that I have not fully explored. And it's always fun to read a new novel, pick up an old one, or just have a conversation with somebody who might know a little bit more about some Warhammer lore that you're not aware of. I'm not sure what it is specifically about Fabius Bile that just makes him so cool. I absolutely love the model. He's amazing on the tabletop, and I love the way he plays. And then obviously the story that he has championed over the ages has definitely made him an interesting, awesome, and sort of degenerate character that you just can't look away from. The artwork on all three of these novels is absolutely amazing. The story of Fabius Bile and his experimentation is amazing. The tie-in not only with like the Imperium itself, Chaos, and then also the Necrons. Always fun, always exciting, and definitely something to look forward to if you haven't jumped down this rabbit hole in the past. And then, of course, for anybody that's specifically interested in the Emperor's Children and just not sure which arc to follow, taking a look at the specific story, a specific event, or just a certain character that interests you, whether it's a Primarch like Fulgrim, an epic champion like Lucius the Eternal, or in this case, a much less notable character in Lord of Excess, is always a great way to understand the chapter, the mentality, and the overall psyche of a specific chapter in the Space Marines or Chaos Space Marines or a specific Chaos God. So let me know what you're most excited about if you're going to be picking up any of these novels, if you have read any of them in the past or have any specific recommendations that pertain to the Emperor's Children. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to the Game Bunker for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on most Games Workshop products with code WHMS at checkout. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.